Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Danvers here. Today I wanted to talk to you about something special here that I'm generally excited about in the Star Citizen game here, the RSI Salvation, a new small salvage ship finally. I spent over a week flying this thing, doing some salvage runs, and in this video I wanted to give you my quick, honest final verdict to this ship here. If you enjoy ship reviews, breakdowns, tests I've done in the past, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, leave me a comment below to let me know your thoughts about this ship, but let's go ahead and get right into it here. The thing I love most about the Salvation is what it represents. For the longest time, if you really want to get into that salvage gameplay, you were looking at some big premium pricey ships there for those price tags. I mean, great ships, absolutely, sure, hands down, they're great, but not everyone can afford that kind of drop of money on a single ship for the salvage gameplay loop there. The Salvation resolves that problem for us. It's a smaller package at a more affordable price point. It's basically a starter salvage ship that changes everything for us in the game. Now, instead of having to commit to a huge ship right away, players can dip their toes into salvaging without blowing their entire budget, learn the salvage loop on something smaller scale and easier to handle, decide if they actually enjoy salvage before moving up to the big boys. To me, that's huge. It makes the profession feel way more accessible. What really sells me on the Salvation is the entry point price for the salvage ship here. This allows new players to slowly build up their income, work their way into those other larger salvage ships. It feels like a true dedicated starter salvage ship here, not something that's a big industry beast that you would see only the org fleets out there. New players typically, when they are in a smaller budget, like I mentioned, it's just they sometimes are not going to be able to afford that, and from here they could think Salvation is a stepping stone into that profession here. That's how this ship should be treated. So it's your first step. Next step, you want to go ahead and grind your way up to a Vulture. You want to get into a Fortune. Those are the next steps I would take into that. And then after that, you want to move on to, if you have a crew, get into like a Reclaimer then at that point. Then you're at the end game, at the current state of the video game for salvaging gameplay. But honestly, that kind of progression path, when I've been thinking about it over time, that is really healthy for this game to have that stepping stone to get into this and then work your way into those other ships. So I'm actually happy that they're addressing that into this gameplay loop to fix that resolved issue. It lowers the barrier to entry, gives players more of a chance to experience the salvage loop, fit into the fantasy of being a something small, independent salvager out there in the verse out there. So I've been enjoying it so far. Uh, Overall, my final verdict of this ship here is just I love that they are finally now at this point giving us that starter ship, which is awesome. If you've ever looked at salvaging, but you felt like you're overpriced and that everything was just too expensive, the larger premium ships, the Salvation, honestly, this might be it for you. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Have you been using the salvage gameplay loop for the Salvation for quite some time? Let me know in the comments how long you've been enjoying it, or if you think I'm totally wrong about this, let me know in the comments. But until then, I will catch you on the next one.